gracious hospitality given to me and my delegation. On behalf of the 1.25 billion Indians, I extend warm greetings to the friendly people of Iran. Through ages, the beauty and richness of the Persian heritage has attracted the world in Iran.
So initially we showed a very great interest and we wanted to come nearer and nearer to Iran. But when Ajit Doval went to USA and he found that Iran has been put on notice and he was told that by hook or crook, there will be a war between USA and Iran because USA's two very important allies, Mohammed bin Salman of Saudi Arabia and Israel, they are willing more than to make a war on Iran, and both of them have bankrolled or funded all the Trump's campaign and the Trump's economic rejuvenation process which the Trump has started. So when Doval came back, he asked the fertilizer department, the state-run Rashtriya Chemicals and Fertilizers, to go slow in selecting an Iranian partner. A similar message was also sent to NALCO, National Aluminium Corporation, and NALCO had been earlier invited by Iran because there is a large deposit of bauxite in Iranian plateau. So NALCO was also asked by Ajit Doval to go slow here. Possibility because Ajit Doval might have been doing this, possibly because he did not want India to get caught in the crossfire of US sanctions on Iran. So what is striking is the inability of India to protect and defend our bilateral relationship. And our bilateral relationship under the Prime Minister Modi's regime has now become hostage to the arbitrariness of American policies in our region. The Russians, the Chinese, they are more independent. They don't fear the sanctions, but we have gone too nearer and has become a Group B party of USA under Modi regime. And that is the reason Iran prospects are going in vain. And energy constitutes almost the entire spectrum of trade today between India and Iran. And New Delhi being a net importer of oil from Tehran. Iran reportedly dispatched a team to India to pursue India to invest heavily in Farzad B gas project. And Tehran asked India immediately to commit $1 billion as was promised by India, or the field would be promised to others. This double inverted comma others, field would be promised to others, is an indirect reference to China, which is Iran's biggest trading partner today, and Iran has started funding the railways and the road projects of Iran. Later on, finding its position helpless because India was not responding, Iran gave it this particular Farzad B gas field to a gas-rich Russia. Gas field of Farzad was given to a gas-rich Russia. We understand why, because Iran has done a master stroke. Iranians, they know that Russians may not be interested in gas. So later on they can utilize it and they can extend this particular thing to ONGC Videsh Limited, the Gazprom, the Russian corporation, can later on partner with OVL, ONGC Videsh Limited, which intends to invest this OVL $3 billion in Farzad B gas field. So this is what Tehran has done here. And sanctions are making it very hard, and American administration of President Donald Trump is nullifying the nuclear deal and reactivating sanctions, and that is what is complicating any investments in Iran today.
They came and they said, sir, we're ready to go. We'd like a decision. I said, I want to know something before you go. How many people will be killed? In this case, Iranians. I said, how many people are going to be killed? Sir, I'd like to get back to you on that. Great people, these generals. They said, came back, said, sir, approximately 150. And I thought about it for a second. I said, you know what? They shot down an unmanned drone, plane, whatever you want to call it. And here we are sitting with 150 dead people. That would have taken place probably within a half an hour after I said go ahead. Yeah. And I didn't like it. I didn't think it was proportionate.
How many people will be killed? The most basic of all questions, but a question that's too rarely asked by leaders contemplating war. 150 people wiped off the planet in retaliation for a broken drone. That's stupid. In fact, last night was a high point in the Trump presidency. Bombing Iran would have ended his political career in a minute. There'd be no chance of re-election after that. Ill-advised wars are like doing cocaine. The initial rush rises your poll numbers, but the crash is inevitable. And in this case, it would be horrible. The hangover from an Iraq war would last years. Iran is not Syria or Iraq. It's a big, rich, sophisticated country with an ancient culture and a cohesive population. In some ways, it's an impressive place, not at all like the chintzy prefab capitals of the Arab world, like Riyadh or Dubai. We could beat Iran, but it would not be easy. It would cost trillions of dollars. Many thousands of Americans likely would die. China would love it. They'd be the only winners in that conflict. Donald Trump was elected president precisely to keep us out of disasters like war with Iran. So how did we get so close to starting one? Simple. The neocons still wield enormous power in Washington. They don't care what the cost of a war with Iran is. They certainly don't care what the effect on Trump's political fortunes might be. They despise Donald Trump. Now, one of their key allies is the National Security Advisor of the United States. John Bolton is an old friend of Bill Kristol's. Together, they helped plan the Iraq War. When Bolton made it to the White House, the